This video goes over how to correctly cite an in-textual citation in your paper. This is a little blurb about Beetle the Bard. The writer quotes Beetle the Bard here. A cunning charlatan with no magical power saw a chance of enriching himself, claiming to be a wizard of enormous skill. So, a couple of things I want to point out here. A piece of the middle of a quote was taken out, like a chunk was deleted. So the writer used an ellipses to omit that and still continue to keep the flow of the quote. Also, the writer correctly put the period inside the quotation mark. This would be the same case if the sentence were to continue with a comma. This would not be the case if the writer chose to put a colon here or a semicolon. They go outside quotation marks. However, neither of those things are relevant because an in-text citation is required. So I'm going to delete the period, put in the citation, and then the period goes outside the quotes here, just because there's a citation. Similarly, if the sentence continued, let's pretend for a second that this is an ongoing sentence and the period is here, then that's okay too. But that's not how it was written. That's the correct citation. Common mistakes include including brackets. That's wrong. Putting an extra comma in between. That's wrong. Flipping the order. Wrong. This would also be okay if you're writing a paper with only one book that you're alluding to or one work, but better to get in the habit of writing the author's name in the event that you're citing multiple works. Now, things change up a little bit in the case of Shakespeare. So if you're citing Shakespeare's plays, then you are going to use the act followed by the scene and then the line number or line numbers. So it's Act 3, Scene 2, note capital, lowercase. You can write it out or you can use Roman numerals. And then let's say it's between lines 82 and 84 that you're citing, then it would look like that. I want you to notice here that when using an introductory quote, Antony asserts friends, Romans, countrymen, the first letter of the first word is capitalized in an introductory quote where you're saying something like Antony asserts, or he says, she replies. You're introducing it, so it's like you're introducing a sentence on its own, and thus it's capitalized. Unlike this quote, where the quote is embedded directly into the syntax of the sentence that you're using as a writer. Antony immediately states a false agenda, promising that he comes to mourn Caesar, not to praise him. So notice that the C here is not capitalized because it goes with the flow of your sentence. So it wouldn't make sense to have a capital right in the middle of a sentence, where this, as it stands on its own in a way, as its own phrase, as its own clause, makes a little bit more sense to capitalize. So make sure you're citing like this in your papers moving forward. Thanks for watching.